Okay, we've all seen generative AI do some pretty wild stuff, right? Creating incredible art, writing poetry. It's all very impressive. But, the real story isn't just about the cool demos. Today, we're going to cut right through the hype and uncover how this technology is creating real, measurable value for businesses right now. So that brings us to the big question. Beyond all the futuristic headlines and mind-blowing demos, where's the actual business value in generative AI? I mean, how does it go from being a cool concept to delivering, cold, hard results? Well, that's exactly what we're here to unpack. First things first. To really get its value, we need to be crystal clear on what we're actually talking about. Because generative AI, well, it isn't some single magic box. It's more like a whole family of different models, and each one specializes in a really unique form of creation. Let's start with the one most of us have probably played with. Text-to-text, like ChatGPT. These models have basically read a huge chunk of the internet, so they can understand and generate language that sounds incredibly human. Now, in a business setting, this means drafting emails, summarizing long reports, or even writing complex code in just seconds. From text, we naturally move to visuals with text-to-image models. The idea is pretty simple. You describe what you want in words, we call that a prompt, and the AI creates a completely new image from scratch. This is the magic behind tools like DALL-E and Midjourney, turning a simple sentence into a seriously detailed work of art. But this whole creation thing isn't just limited to what we can see or read. Generative AI also has a voice. Audio generation models can compose original music for an ad, create custom sound effects, or produce these incredibly realistic voices for narration or maybe even the next generation of virtual assistants. And finally, there's image to image. Now here, the AI isn't starting with a blank canvas. It actually takes an existing image and transforms it. So think about applying a specific artistic style to a product photo, or maybe subtly tweaking a model's expression in a marketing campaign without needing a whole new reshoot. It's pretty powerful stuff. Okay, so we've got models that can create text, images, and sound. That's the what. But why should a business actually care? This brings us to the core of our discussion today, the 4 key pillars that turn these cool capabilities into real, tangible business value. It really boils down to these 4 powerful ways this technology can fundamentally change how a company operates and competes in its market. The first pillar is creativity. This one's the most obvious, right? Using AI as a creative co-pilot to generate new content and just accelerate brainstorming. Imagine getting instant first drafts of marketing copy, or brainstorming dozens of social media angles, or visualizing initial product designs in just minutes, not days. Pillar number 2 is all about creating new experiences. This is where AI changes the very way your customers and employees interact with your brand. Think about a customer service bot that doesn't just spit out canned answers, but actually understands context and personalizes its support. Or maybe a training simulation that adapts in real time to an employee's skill level. It's all about making every single interaction smarter and way more engaging. Our third pillar is an absolute game changer: productivity. Generative AI can act as a massive force multiplier, automating and speeding up all those tedious tasks. So instead of spending hours summarizing a 100-page report, it's done in 60 seconds. Developers can generate boilerplate code instantly. And look, this isn't about replacing people. It's about freeing up your most valuable employees to focus on the strategic work that really, truly matters. And our final pillar is insights. Let's be honest, most companies are drowning in data they can't even use. Customer reviews, internal reports, market research. Gen AI is like having a super-powered analyst that can read all of it, connect the dots, and pull out clear answers to your toughest questions. And what does that mean? It means leaders can make smarter decisions faster. So we've got the capabilities and the 4 pillars of value. Great. But now let's get practical. How are real businesses actually connecting these dots and putting Gen AI into action to capture all that value we just talked about? This is really where it all comes together. Think of the AI models, text, image, code, as the engine. When you apply that engine to a specific business problem, you get these direct outcomes. For example, using a text model to automate reports, well, that directly leads to cost reduction. Using an image model to generate marketing assets, that accelerates innovation. See? Every input has a direct, valuable output. Let's look at a concrete before and after. Take inventory management. The old way, you're relying on manual forecasts, which are basically just educated guesses. It's slow and it's really prone to error. But now, apply Gen AI.
It can analyze thousands of data points in real time, sales trends, the weather, local events, to predict demand with incredible accuracy. The result? Lower storage costs and way fewer of those annoying out-of-stock signs.
So when you add all of this up, it becomes pretty clear we're not just talking about another piece of software. This is a fundamental shift in the entire business landscape. The real goal here isn't just to use AI, but to use it to elevate every single core function of the business.
Ultimately, it all boils down to these three powerful outcomes. First, you get optimized operations, doing what you already do, but way faster and more efficiently. Second, deeper data insights, turning that mountain of information into your competitive advantage. And third, enhanced marketing, reaching exactly the right customer with the right message every single time. The key takeaway here is this: generative AI is no longer on the horizon. It's here, and it's already reshaping entire industries. So the real question for every business leader isn't if AI will have an impact, but where they're going to choose to apply it first, because the next great transformation is already underway. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.